Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So Chris Ingham's favourite idol, Andrew Tate, has been in a lot of hot water recently. In fact, so much so that he's found himself behind bars yet again. What a stitch up that is, isn't that right, Mr. Tate? He does say it's a stitch up. We have to believe him, don't we? Because why wouldn't we believe him? He's an upstanding member of our society who's never once before been, accused of anything untoward, such as, the R word or human trafficking. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, those things, they were just lies and mainstream media, isn't that right, Chris? Chris Ingham thinks that the mainstream media is out to get Mr. Tate because why would they not want to stitch up Tate because Tate is such a lovely human being, right? So, before we get right into the video, please take a moment to appreciate this sponsor and purchase something, please. Keep me going in life itself. So yes, the Raccoon merch store has just launched some brand new products to go with their existing very popular design, the Beware of the Red Raccoon design, which has been flying off the shelves so far with all the hoodies and t-shirts at the moment that we've sold. But now we also have a new range of brilliant products such as necklaces and iPhone cases and even stickers. Anything for any budget, it's perfect. If you want to purchase anything from this brilliant store, go down to the link in the description box below and check it out. Thank you all so much. Let's get back on to the video. So what has Mr. Tate been up to this time, you ask? As if being accused of R-ing somebody, not somebody, multiple girls have come forward. Historic cases, Chris. Understand, Chris? When I'm referencing Chris Ingham in this, those of you who don't know, Chris Ingham is a staunch supporter of Mr. Tate, and so much so that he actually denounces Tate's culpability in all the accused crimes against him. He would never do something like that. And even if he did do things like that, that's perfectly above board, isn't it? Getting women to sit in, their chambers and sell themselves to the internet for Tate's profit. Yes, those sort of things. But what has Mr. Tate been up to on this occasion, you may ask yourself? Well, here, according to the BBC, sorry, it's mainstream media, but this is not just BBC that are reporting it. They're all reporting it. It actually happens, right? It's happening. It's not a lie, Chris. It's not a lie. Right. Andrew Tate put under house arrest as new charges emerge. Wow. New charges emerge. Surely there can't be more charges against him. I'm in shock and awe, of course. What are these charges? The controversial internet influencer Andrew Tate has been placed under house arrest by a Romanian judge. He's in Romania, don't forget, because he went to live in Romania due to their lax laws on R-ing women. That's right, R. R. I know. So I'm not, downplaying the seriousness of this. It's just that, what more can you say? This is ridiculous. Right. So, as prosecutors investigate new and serious allegations, get this, including sex, S-E-X, that's right, with a minor. That's right. Ooh, that's a bit of a serious one, isn't it? I wonder if this one's true though, Chris. Do you think it's a lie? Do you think it's what the BBC have cooked up in their cauldron of mischief? Is that what you think? Well, possibly, and trafficking. Oh, also underage persons. That's right. Mr. Tate's been a bit of a naughty boy, hasn't he? Ooh, I wonder if Chris still loves him. Well, I don't know. It's a bit of a serious allegation. Maybe it's all just a lie, right, Chris, isn't it? He and his brother Tristan appeared in court on Thursday afternoon. Tristan Tate was placed under special judicial control. Prosecutors had asked the judge to remand the brothers in custody for 30 days while they continued a new investigation involving a total of 35, that's 35, alleged victims, including a woman who was 15 at the time. That's right, 15 years of age. Ooh, it's almost Chris's age range, I think, isn't it? In a statement, Romania's Agency Against Organised Crime, the COT, said 6 people had been detained in total, both Romanians and foreigners. So it's a conglomerate, some might say. A conglomerate. Love that word. It's brilliant. Andrew Tate made a furious statement to the press outside denouncing the case against him as a stitch-up and lies. They're lies, oh god damn it, they're lies, aren't they? This is a setup. It is absolutely disgusting. 30 of those girls say we have done nothing wrong. Sure they do, Andrew. Sure they do. I'm certain they all. I mean, come on. Right. Anyway, where were we? 2 are the mothers of our children. 2 have never, ever, 2 have never even been to Romania, he said. So 2 of them are the mothers of their children. So according to Tate Boy, the mother of Andrew Tate and the mother of Andrew Tate's children and the mother of Tristan Tate's children are both accusing him of these things. Lovely, isn't it? Lovely. Bloody hell. Asked repeatedly by the BBC about the allegations of sex with a 15-year-old girl and trafficking underage persons, he walked away and refused to reply. So the allegations of the most serious nature, just refused to reply. He's learned that from Chris, isn't he? He has thought, I seen Chris Ingham's No Hell No video and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to say nothing. The reason for my silence is I've seen Chris Ingham's video and he says say nothing and nothing can stick. Right? In my opinion, the less said, the more likely it is of being true, right? I mean, if somebody levelled those sort of allegations against you, you would say no, wouldn't you? You say no, hell no, right? To quote a famous YouTuber, right? You would say no, hell no. He's disagreed with the lesser of the charges, but the more serious nature of the charges, he's just walked away and said nothing. So I'm going to assume the worst, right? I know it's innocent until proven guilty, but you know the amount of things that have gone on from Mr. Tate, it's just a little unlikely at this stage that the majority of them will be false. It seems more likely that things are stacking up against him, right? It goes on to say here, the Tate brothers have previously been charged with human trafficking, and Andrew Tate charged with R-ing people, and are awaiting trial on those charges. They were released from house arrest a year ago and told not to leave Romania. I wouldn't leave Romania either if I were you, Mr. Tate, right? I would not come back home, that's for certain. He goes on to say these are new and separate allegations. The anti-organised crime agency says the accused were grooming vulnerable people who were then housed in different locations and forced to produce pornographic material for online broadcast. Wow. See what I'm saying? They were forced to produce material which has made these two morons an awful lot of money, right? Not gonna lie. Chris, what is taking you so long on this? I thought you were all for Andrew Tate's shenanigans, right? You've got a house full of girls. Get on it, right? Get on it. That's all I say. I probably shouldn't say that. It's gonna fucking... I'm gonna get slaughtered for that one. Sorry. Maybe I'll cut that out. Maybe not. Who knows? One of the foreign men is accused of forcing a 17-year-old... What's 1-7? Foreign citizen to perform sexual acts in order to make online video content. You know, that's illegal. No matter where you are in the world, it's illegal. I think. Isn't it? I mean, yeah, it must be. It's got to be illegal everywhere, surely. Yeah. In order to make... he is said to have kept all of the £1.1 million profit. Greedy fuck. Seriously. So basically exploiting this 17-year-old and keeping all the profits. Lovely. Lovely. Isn't that lovely? The statement does not name him. So it could be Tate Boy, it could be the other Tate Boy, or it could be one of the other 4 friends that they have that have also been arrested. The same man is accused of repeatedly having relations with a girl who was 15 when they met. 15! 1-5! 1-5! Right? To put that into perspective, Chris, that's Esme's age, right? Think about it. Think about, or don't, whatever, right? Andrew Tate with Esme. That's what you're looking at, right? After questioning for several hours at the DCOT offices, Andrew Tate told the BBC on Wednesday night that the latest allegations were pathetic and that prosecutors were desperate. He said they had made up a lot. Well, making up a lot and being prosecuted for them. He also said he was accused of loverboying the mother of his children, a technique used by criminals to prey on victims' vulnerabilities and then exploit them. Loverboying. Okay, I've never actually heard that term before. No, don't know it, but it says a technique used by criminals to prey on victims' vulnerabilities and then exploit them. That just seems like exploiting vulnerable people to me. Does it need a name? Does it? Don't know. A notorious misogynist with a giant online following, Andrew Tate has referred on Twitter to the case against him as some kind of mainstream conspiracy to silence him. Oh, these mainstream media types, aren't they? I'm not mainstream media, and I'm reporting that Mr. Tate Boy is an absolute moron, right? Worse than that, he's worse than a moron. And that's, and that's going some way, right? In the new statement, prosecutors accused the brothers of buying 4 luxury cars and registering them in the names of other people in order to hide the proceeds of what they describe as their illicit activity. Again, very illegal. Should it be true? Obviously, it could be false. I'm going to give the Tates the benefit of the doubt on this one. In total, it is alleged that the accused made some $2.8 million through exploitation. Wow. Bloody hell. Honestly, that's a lot of money, that is. Those detained are also accused of attempting to intimidate the victims and witnesses. Now, I can perfectly accept that that's probably happened. Andrew Tate does come across as the type of person to intimidate witnesses, which is why he says that all the witnesses don't actually accuse him of doing anything wrong, right? Because of witness intimidation. Obviously it could be the other hand, it could be that he is completely innocent of intimidating witnesses and also innocent of everything else. So yeah, it could be that, but I choose to believe that he's guilty on the basis that he is guilty of most things that he's done, and he's just a horrible, horrible human being. Obviously, just being a horrible human being does not necessarily mean you are guilty of such heinous acts as these things, right? So, got to bear that in mind. We need to open mind on this situation. During a 10-hour search of 4 properties on Wednesday, investigators seized cash and other items, including luxury watches, laptops, hard drives and documents. They also impounded 16 luxury cars. There you go, Tate boy. That is your inheritance. No, it's not. Inheritance for your kids. Your poor children. Imagine being a child of that. Fuck, it's bad enough being a child of Chris Ingham, isn't it? And being a child of Andrew Tate. Jesus, that's gotta be sad. The Tate brothers were taken into custody late on Wednesday night after questioning along with 4 Romanian citizens. But to hold them longer than 24 hours, prosecutors had to bring them before a judge, and the brothers appeared in court hours later. So, this is an interesting turn of events, isn't it? I mean, we've had Mr. Tate, who's previously been accused, not quite impounded. Can he get impounded? Probably. He's a bit of a dog, isn't he? Let's be honest with you. Right. So he's previously been up against charges relating to human trafficking and R-ing people, right? Which are a fairly intense accusations. Let's be honest, they are intense, and they're not to be taken lightly. There's a lot of evidence that suggests that he is in fact guilty, right? So there's that. But now these latest accusations tip the scales completely upside down. It does a somersault and all sorts of business, right? So he's accused now of, well, not him personally, because it doesn't say who it was. So I want to make this perfectly clear. We don't know who the person was that had sex with the 15-year-old, right? We don't know. It was one of them. He's got a 1 in 6 chance of doing it. Does he have that about him? Let's be honest, probably. I mean, I'm not saying you're guilty, Mr. Tate. I'm just saying that it's probably a possibility, right? Probably. But aside from that, he's accused of trafficking underage people as well, right? And that is far, far worse than just trafficking normal people, right? Adults. So there you go. Those are the charges against Mr. Tate, and let's hope that he goes to prison for a very, very long time for those ones alone, right? Not to mention everything else that he's done. But if you had any sense before that Mr. Tate was all above board and it was all a conspiracy by the mainstream media, as Mr. Ingham would have us believe, then look again. And Chris Ingham, what the hell were you thinking? Putting this person on a pedestal to all your little fans and your kids, right? Shame on you. Absolutely shame on you. So I'd just like to point out here, in case you weren't aware of my style of reporting, right? This is absolutely atrocious what has been accused, what Andrew Tate has been accused of, right? And all the other people who have been accused along with him. It's an atrocious act that he has allegedly done. And everything, my humour, which I've tried to bring out in this, is just sarcasm towards an absolute moron, right? I understand the severity of the charges. I understand the severity of everything he's accused of doing, and I do not condone any of it whatsoever. I just feel like I need to point that out, just in case you think I'm taking the piss out of a situation which is very serious. I am not doing that. So there we go. That's the update as we have it. If you have appreciated this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. Comment all of your thoughts about it down below. Do you believe that these charges will stick? Do you believe that Mr. Tate is innocent? Do you believe none of it is true? Let's see what your comments are down below. Until next time, please subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.